Just imagine, while the whole world had accepted electric cars as the future, the CEO of Toyota has made an announcement that has taken the entire auto industry by storm. He has clearly stated that they have developed a zero-emission combustion engine which will not only replace petrol and diesel but will also shake up the entire EV industry. It is shocking to hear, isn't it? Until now, the world was considering EVs as the biggest solution for clean and green energy. But if this new engine from Toyota really becomes successful, then imagine what will happen to Tesla, BYD, and other EV companies. The question arises, what exactly is this technology? How has such an engine been made that works without emitting smoke and at the same time saves people from the concern of charging stations? Is this engine really the end of the EV revolution, or is it going to give an even bigger shock to the world? Believe me, this story is so interesting that if you miss it, you might miss the biggest secret of upcoming automobile history. By the end of this video, you will get the answer to all your questions. So before you continue, subscribe to the channel so you can be the first to see such amazing videos. So before we dive into Toyota's new zero-emission combustion engine, let's take a quick look at where Toyota stands in the market. Honestly, without understanding the company's position, it's tough to grasp why they would introduce such a significant technology. You know, Toyota is actually one of the largest car companies in the world, and even just last year, it managed to maintain a really strong hold globally. According to reports, in the year 2024, Toyota sold around 11 million vehicles. And, well, it turns out that their hybrid vehicles played the biggest role in those impressive numbers. That means, while other companies were trying to shift completely to EVs, Toyota also paid full attention to hybrid and conventional engines. This is basically the reason why, even today, Toyota's vehicles are among the best-selling in major markets like America, Japan, Europe, and Asia. Now, if we talk about electric cars, Toyota's role here is, well, a little different. While companies like Tesla, BYD, and Hyundai are working aggressively on EVs, Toyota has not shown that much speed in electric cars. Toyota's philosophy has been that the same solution cannot be right for every market in the world. Some countries lack charging infrastructure, some places have expensive electricity, and some places people are still not able to trust battery technology. In such a situation, Toyota focused on hybrid technology instead of EVs. Even today, its best-selling cars are hybrids such as the Toyota Prius, Corolla Hybrid, and RAV4 Hybrid. These vehicles make up a large part of the company's sales. This means that Toyota kept itself on a different track in the race of the entire EV industry, and this thinking has led it to a new engine today. So, why is Toyota bringing a new engine? Well, the biggest reason for this is the need of the customers and honestly, the reality of the world we live in today. You know, EVs sound green and clean, but in reality there are quite a few problems. Waiting for charging, long-distance travel issues, the cost of battery replacement, and even a shortage of rare metals. All these challenges, yeah, they really keep customers away. On the other hand, petrol and diesel engines are now on the verge of being banned because of pollution and climate change. In such a situation, Toyota engineers thought, why not make an engine that is exactly like the old engine? One that can be refueled quickly, gives long range and provides the same driving experience but does not emit any smoke. With this thought, Toyota started research on a zero-emission combustion engine. The real wonder of this engine is that it works like a traditional combustion engine but uses clean fuel like hydrogen or synthetic fuel. It makes the car run smoothly but does not emit smoke or carbon dioxide into the air. So, in a way, this really is a middle path between electric vehicles and the traditional combustion engine. There's no hassle of charging and you're not hugely dependent on the battery, but you still get that same zero-emission result. This move by Toyota, honestly, it just shows that they're not a company that simply goes along with the trends of the EV industry. Toyota chooses its own path, just like it did with hybrid technology. When everyone else was chasing after electric vehicles, Toyota stood firm and said that hybrid is actually the true balance. And, today that's really been proven true because millions of people around the world are still buying hybrid vehicles. Now, with this zero-emission engine, Toyota is repeating that same story. It's making its own new and unique path in the crowd of electric vehicles. If we understand Toyota's strategy, it is clear that the company does not blindly trust any technology. EVs are in trend today, but Toyota knows that this is not the perfect solution for every country and every customer. Its effort is to make engines that can be used globally, be it in America, Japan, Europe, or countries like India. Because of this thinking, it is focused on this new engine concept of a zero-emission combustion engine. The first question that comes to mind when we hear the concept of a zero-emission combustion engine is, how does it work? Because until now, whenever we talk about engines, traditional petrol and diesel engines come to mind, which emit smoke and spread carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. But Toyota's new engine completely changes this thinking. Its name itself tells everything. Zero-emission combustion engine means an engine that runs on combustion technology, but from which no smoke, carbon, or pollution comes out. Now, let's talk about how this engine works. Actually, the foundation of the combustion engine is very old. Power is generated by burning any fuel in it. Until now, petrol or diesel were used as that fuel, which, give power after burning but also emit harmful gases. Toyota's idea is to change the fuel so that the same old technology, the same performance, and the same driving experience are available, but pollution is reduced to zero. There are several aspects where the environmental benefits of EVs are not as clear-cut as they seem. One major concern is the production of EV batteries, which requires significant amounts of lithium, cobalt, and other rare earth metals. The mining and processing of these materials can lead to severe environmental degradation, habitat destruction, and pollution. Additionally, the energy used to manufacture electric vehicles is often sourced from fossil fuels, leading to substantial carbon emissions before the vehicle even hits the road. This is compounded by the fact that in many regions, the electricity used to charge electric vehicles is also generated from non-renewable sources such as coal and natural gas. The disposal of electric vehicle batteries poses another environmental challenge. These batteries contain harmful chemicals that can seep into the soil and water if they are not correctly disposed of or recycled. The current recycling infrastructure is insufficient to handle the growing number of used electric vehicle batteries, increasing the risk of environmental contamination. The increased demand for electricity to power electric vehicles can strain existing power grids, leading to more reliance on fossil fuels to meet energy needs. Thus, while electric vehicles reduce tailpipe emissions, their overall environmental impact requires careful consideration. This broader application demonstrates the potential for hydrogen to decarbonize not just personal transport, but the entire transportation sector. Toyota's commitment to hydrogen is, pretty clear when you look at their ongoing development of the Mirai, which is a fuel cell electric vehicle. They're also exploring hydrogen combustion in racing, like with the Corolla Cross H2 concept. This kind of real-world testing gives them valuable data and really pushes the technology to its limits. However, the path for hydrogen isn't without its own set of significant challenges. The biggest hurdle, honestly, is the infrastructure that's needed for producing, transporting, and dispensing hydrogen. Building a network of hydrogen refueling stations is, frankly, an enormously expensive undertaking. Right now, these stations are pretty scarce outside of specific regions like California and Japan. Plus, producing green hydrogen through electrolysis is still more expensive than traditional methods that rely on natural gas, and those traditional methods, they produce carbon emissions too. This is where Toyota's new engine could prove to be a masterstroke. By creating an internal combustion engine that runs on hydrogen, Toyota can leverage its existing manufacturing expertise and supply chains. This engine can be built on familiar assembly lines, serviced by mechanics with traditional training, and adopted by consumers without requiring them to change their refueling habits. It effectively acts as a bridge technology, offering zero-carbon mobility while the broader hydrogen production and distribution infrastructure matures. In conclusion, Toyota is not merely rejecting the electric future, it is arguing for a more nuanced and diversified approach. While the industry charges headlong into batteries, Toyota is investing in a parallel path with hydrogen. Its new zero-emission combustion engine is a pragmatic solution designed to overcome the immediate limitations of both EVs and conventional engines. It offers the familiar practicality and performance of a combustion engine while delivering on the promise of zero emissions. This move underscores Toyota's long-held belief that there is no single solution for global decarbonization. Instead, the future of mobility may well be a multifaceted one, where battery electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cells, and hydrogen combustion engines all coexist, each serving the needs of different markets and applications. Toyota is not just following the trend, it is betting on choice.